Siren Blue, baby.
It will happen though. This is the fight game, man. But they call it the four corners of truth. The boxing ring, the four corners of truth, because there's no hiding place. What you do outside of the ring, outside of the gym, all comes out once you're in them four corners of truth. Whatever you've lacked, if you've slacked and cut any corners, it will come out. You know what I mean? You can't hide in there. So you're there on a platform for everyone to see. And obviously not saying that he slacked before or done anything wrong, but he was known for knocking everyone out. He lacked a certain level of ability and he got found out against Tyson Fury. But if he built his own persona and his own confidence and his own, like you said, that character up based on all the things he done up until that point, fucking no, Tyson Fury just wiped it out for a minute.
Yeah, and I think a good comparison would be George Foreman when he fought Ali.
Yeah.
Before he fought Ali, he made Frazier look like a little kid. Beat him up for 3 odd rounds. He's knocking everyone out. Before the fight, he's mean mugging everyone. I've never seen like the young George Foreman ever smiled once in my life, innit? Never smiled once. Just that pure character, that whole I'm a this, I'm that. And then as soon as he lost to Ali, and a good comparison between Ali and Tyson, I'm not saying they're the same, but obviously Tyson Fury, he'll get into your head. He'll talk shit. He tells you what he's gonna do, and then he goes out and does it. And I think as a big puncher, you're that fearsome guy. You've believed your own hype. And then someone tells you what he's going to do to you. And you're thinking, this guy's talking shit. Does it. Probably worse than anyone ever imagined. Licking your blood in the middle of the ring. It's going to affect you mentally.
Yeah, Fury. But saying that, going back to Foreman and Ali, Foreman. Ali's my guy. But Foreman got bumped there, you know that, innit?
By what? Throwing all his punches in the air?
No. By not getting a fucking chance to get back up, innit? He was looking at the ref cleaning the eyes, innit?
You're more hurt than him, innit? Because he didn't complain.
He complained for years. He didn't make a comeback for how long? Because he complained for years. I'm just saying, Ali, you're my guy, but Foreman, keep drilling, cuz.
One thing I'll say is, Ali didn't ever give him the rematch. That's one thing
So it shows.
He never gave him the rematch. That's the one thing.
Yeah, he was pissing blood for months after that. Bruised tips and all that.
My favourite part of that fight is when you see everyone go to celebrate with Ali and lift him up. And he's literally punching them. Like, don't touch my ribs, bro. It's literally, a lot of punishment.
Credit to both them, man, innit? Obviously a different era, different generation. But going back to the point you're saying, obviously, he built himself up on such a platform based on his ego. And up until that point of Fury, he backed it up. The right hand, the Ortiz rematch. I thought that was the pinnacle. Luis Ortiz. I feel like that was the pinnacle, you know what I mean? Because he was getting schooled.
He lost every second of every round.
He's getting schooled. Like and I swear down, he walked away before the punch landed. He started celebrating before he threw it. He realized he was going to land and he said, good night. Thank you. Have a good day. The man's got too much confidence in that ability. And I feel like that makes the punch more dangerous. But like you said, Fury, having someone do what they done, and you've got no answer within yourself. You know, sometimes you can go back and go back to the drawing board and realize this way I went wrong. I fucked up because I didn't do this right or I didn't do that right. Like, obviously, in that sense, Wilder can't say nothing. The man was in your face. You had no reason not to land that right hand, which is your special attribute, which is your game changer. You had no reason not to, but you couldn't.
I think that must be the hardest part for them, to go back to the drawing board and say, what can you work on in this fight? Throw more right hands. Is that
no?
Because you can't work on the footwork. You can't work on his back foot game. You ain't got enough time. He hasn't got the coordination.
Wait, if he didn't make COVID work for him, because I don't know anybody, I can't think of anyone else that COVID could have more benefited.
Or to get in the ring and try to work.
Why not? But look how much time you've had, fam.
He's 34 years old. If he ain't got it now, he ain't getting it.
Yeah, but what time you gonna have? How much time you gonna have to improve on that? You ain't gonna have more time. Obviously, the fight was meant to be an immediate, the third trilogy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All this to come into play. When was the last fight?
Would have been
February,
latest.
Was it this year?
I think so.
February just gone. Realistically, the earliest gonna be is December, January. So we're talking about another year. Basically. He could have had 2 gym fights in that time. Working on the foot. I know what you're saying, he's 34 years away, but once all that comes into play, world championship, heavyweight world title, all the money's on the line. My guy, you better get back in the gym. You better go back to the drawing board. You better go back to the ABCs. You better go back to the basics.
That's where the ego comes in as well, where he's thinking it was the suit.
Then if he genuinely believes that, he ain't got a chance in a rematch. Let's be honest. If he genuinely believes that, that stands it. We'll find a lot about Deontay Wilder, because if he feels like he's got a lot to learn, he goes back to the basics, it works on him, he could improve. But if he don't, he's blaming all these reasons, he ain't gonna change nothing, innit?